New at 6, Wakulla County is receiving a new tool designed to comfort children during moments of crisis. Law enforcement agencies across the state are receiving Bexley Boxes right now as part of a new statewide initiative.
Our Julia Miller is live at the Wakulla County Sheriff's Office with details on that. Julia, what is a Bexley box?
Yeah, Julie and Jacob, this year the Florida Attorney General's office partnered with the Brightigan Foundation and Walmart to make sure every eligible law enforcement agency in the state received a Bexley box, and Wakulla County just got theirs today. The initiative through the Brightigan Foundation is a nonprofit organization born out of the 2022 tragedy in Jacksonville Beach. Kristen Brightigan's daughter, Bexley, spent hours at a police station without basic toddler necessities after she witnessed the traumatic murder of her father. Because of that, Bexley boxes include things like diapers, formula, juice, snacks, blankets, stuffed animals, coloring books, and more. The Wakulla County Sheriff's Office says it's something they were in need of too.
Children are at the majority of our calls. I mean, you look at families, whether you're at a domestic, whether there's a car accident, many times there's children in a car during that car accident. You know, some of our really traumatic events that we've had included children in the history of Wakulla County, and that's a pretty sad fact.
Sirachi says items like these are needed more often than people might think. And he says right now they're sorting everything they received into different age group categories. Some of the items will stay at the sheriff's office, while others will be placed in deputies' vehicles, making them available for any incident. Now the state attorney's office says Walmart has pledged more than $100,000 to make sure agencies all across the state of Florida can get one of these boxes in their hands. Sirachi says they are very thankful here in Wakulla County to have received theirs. Reporting in Wakulla County, Julia Miller, WCTV Eyewitness News.
Julia, that box bursting with a lot of fun and engaging toys. They'll definitely have to spread the love around those squad cars.